Malice by John Gwynne is one of those books that reminds you why epic fantasy endures. It takes all the familiar elements, prophecy, war, loyalty, betrayal, and somehow makes them feel fresh again. We begin with Corban, a young boy growing up in the Banished Lands. He watches as the other boys train to become warriors, and dreams of the day that he will join them, sword in hand, ready to defend their king. But that day comes far sooner than he expects, and at a far greater cost. The Banished Lands themselves are a world scarred by the memory of ancient wars. Men and giants locked in endless battle, leaving behind ruins, legends, and an unease that never truly fades. And now, the old omens are returning. The earth bleeds, whispers of prophecy spread, and people begin to realize that the peace they've built is little more than a pause before another storm. The prophecy speaks of two champions, one of light and one of darkness, a bright star and a black sun. Every ruler wants to believe that their hero will be the one to save humanity, but most are content to sit back and observe. But John Gwynne plays his cards carefully. Every character could be the hero or the villain, and the truth does not reveal itself until it's far too late. That's one of the most impressive parts of this debut. Despite juggling multiple perspectives, kingdoms, and layers of intrigue, the story remains surprisingly clear and deeply personal. You always feel anchored to the characters even as the world grows larger around them. Now, the first third of this novel does move pretty slowly. There's a lot of groundwork being laid. History, family ties, politics. And yes, a few tropes make early appearances. The prophesied hero, mysterious warriors from faraway lands with curved swords, skeptical kings arguing about destiny and fate. But what feels familiar at first quickly sharpens into something much more compelling. When Malice hits its stride, it soars. Battles erupt, loyalties fracture, and the emotional stakes rise sharply. The tension builds until you can't stop reading, and the payoff, while painful, is earned. Brutal, tragic, and powerful. What struck me most was how Gwynne balances the scale of the world with the intimacy of his characters. The writing is accessible, the pacing is deliberate, and when he chooses to reveal his cards, they land. It's a debut that already feels seasoned, confident, and completely immersive. If you love stories of sword and sorcery, political maneuvering, and the quiet heartbreak that comes with courage and loss, Malice belongs on your shelf. It is thoughtful, grand, and deeply human. I am convinced that John Gwynne was born to write fantasy, and I was born to read it because I fully worship at the altar of Gwynne. Join me. Bye.